We love our pets, and we treat them like one of the family. The Humane Society estimates that there are over 78 million owned dogs and 86 million owned cats in the U.S. alone. It's been shown that drinking alkaline, ionized Kangen water is beneficial for hydration and health. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how Kangen water can be beneficial to your pets and animals too. Pets love it. Vets love it. Kangen water. Dr. Tim Crow is a board-certified veterinary surgeon and critical care specialist with over 40 years of practice. He is Chief of Surgery and Critical Care at the Regional Institute for Veterinary Emergencies and Referrals in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He is an educational program specialist at the University of Georgia, training veterinarians in disaster medicine. And he's also been active as a volunteer firefighter and EMT for over 20 years and currently serves as a captain with Oconee County Fire Department Station 7 in Bogart, Georgia. Dr. Crow is also a fellow in the American College of Critical Care Medicine and a previous NIH Research Grant Award recipient. He is the inventor of over 50 procedures commonly used through the world, and he continues to publish, teach, and lecture extensively. He personally believes that Kangen water has helped him in his health, being a long-standing diabetic, and is the most important nutrient that both animals and humans can ingest that will make the most positive impact in their health.
When I first heard about Kangen water, it was through a friend, another veterinarian, and a chiropractor. And the chiropractor was so excited about this water. And I go, that's interesting. Didn't know much about water, except water is water, I thought. Here's a very learned man talking about something that he's very passionate about. And he said he's willing to give me some free water to try. And I go, okay, let's do that. And I had now started to get into opening up, for example, biophysics in the areas of medicine. That's just something that we didn't hear about when we were in veterinary school. We heard about the drugs, and of course we learned about surgery, and we learned about a lot of different things. But when it comes to nutrition or, fluids, water, it was just starting to really take off in the last few years. And so this just fit. I go, let me learn more about it, and let me try your water. And so I started using Kangen water, and I started drinking it, and it was more of a personal thing, where I was using it certainly before I started using it on any patients. I've been 45 years now a diabetic. And so I've got a lot of constant superoxide radicals being formed all the time in an inflammatory phase because of my diabetes. And so I went from drinking it to really studying it. And so here I am. I'm one of the older guys on the fire department. I come in one of the better scores in terms of being in shape. The thing that's changed with me is that I've been drinking the water solidly. Kangen water ought to be in every house, every family, every fire department. It should be in the military. It should be all over because it hydrates you so much better. Hydration is a big problem among pets today. I think it's probably one of the problems that we see is it's almost just like if the people have the problems, the pet have the problems. And so we see a lot of pets that would probably benefit and will drink more water when they have that water that actually tastes really good. A dog has 40,000 times the ability to smell than we do. 40,000 times. So they smell water. They smell the chlorine in the water, in the tap water, for example. They go, do I really want to drink that water? Not, and really, I'm really, really thirsty. And then, of course, when they look at the Kangen water, it has no chlorine and smell like that, and it goes down and they don't get a bloated feeling like that, they'll go ahead and drink the water more, and they'll become more hydrated. And these pets prefer the water over regular water. Try it. Put the water down, and just kind of let them drink. Find out which ones they drink. It's just that they're telling you that they're drinking the water, and there must be something about it. As a trauma surgeon, I spend a lot of time in an operating room. I spend a lot of time just on the floor. I may have, 110 hours in a week where I am immersed in it. That I'll just benefit first to tell you that I notice that if I'm not drinking the water, I'm kind of going like this. And if I start keeping drinking the water, this is a personal thing now. as a trauma surgeon to keep me as healthy for me so that I can help my patients. It's one of the most important for me is the Kangen water. Every dog, when they're born, and they just live 1 month, that's like 1 year for us. So the next month is another year. So by the time you get a dog who's 2 years old, he's otherwise would be a 24-year-old man. And what if I told you that one of the most important things in the area of nutritional science is the new phenomena we're finding with water? And it's just not a simple water. This water, well, it's just water, but it's water that makes such a huge difference in your patient's general body physical chemistry. So here's a 13-year-old dog going on 14. And here I'm listening to her cardiovascular status right now. Heart tones are good, no murmurs. Fat is sort of an inflammatory, I'll call it a sink. It's where there is inflammatory cells that are involved with the fat, and the oxidative stress that occurs with animals as they get older, there's higher amounts of oxidative stress in patients that are overweight. So therefore, if you got a particularly tool like Kangen water that'll keep their energy up, that's going to also keep them more vibrant for many, many more years. And so I'm always pleased when I see an animal that has great hair coat, is a happy dog, and is at 13 going on 14 years old. So there's a tribute. I'm really excited about Kangen water from a professional standpoint. And the Kangen water really, it's a huge tool because she's made up of approximately 70% water. And the influence of the water that she has is influencing every one of her cells. And every one of those cells then depends on how much hydration it has. The electromagneticity that's going on within each cell, everything that goes on within her is related to her body chemistries. So if I can make her healthy, and as a veterinarian, that's what I want, and this is one of the best tools that we have to help our patients be healthy. I want to pull out something I know is non-toxic, very important. Non-toxic, there's no side effects. You can put pretty much any drug you want, and there's side effects to the drug. Well, it just so happens that in this particular place, we're talking about water, for hydration. If they can hydrate themselves with something that's an alkaline environment, we have better mobility. We see a lot of patients as they get older, they're not quite as mobile. And your patients are going to tell you, you're feeling better. The owners are going to be ecstatic about how well their animals are doing. It's like Grace, who's got the 21-year-old cat. And she's just, I saw her the other night, she's just so happy. She ran to me and gave me a hug and says, and Milton's doing so good. He's like a 10-year-old. Of course, that's what it's all about. Pet owners, we know that if you can have them be healthy, that's what you want. And now you have a way of being able to produce an animal that's going to be more happy. Wags their tail even more. They've got such this atmosphere of love behind them. And if you can keep that going as many years as possible, and think of longevity, this is from the very smallest puppy all the way on up to the animals that, of course, are small, are getting older. And as that occurs, as that happens, you will notice that you're going to get them to be healthier, living longer, being happier, having less pain, being, again, hydrated. And I think that's the bottom line, is you want them to be just as healthy as you can have them. And this is why the Kangen water will help you keep them that way. Your pets want you to try the water. They could speak, they'd say, try the water. I'm telling you, as a professional veterinarian, they're more healthy, they're more energy, they're vibrant, and try the water. And that's the bottom line. Get the Kangen water. Give it a try.